Welcome to Los Angeles State Technical College. This is the final exam for Architecture 172. We're going to go over some of the basic commands that everybody should know to graduate from the class. So here we're going to be opening Autodesk Architecture Desktop 2014. And we're going to basically go over to 14 commands that will facilitate the manipulation of the Green Idea Sandbox and the fundamentals for operating this basic interface. So the most important thing is file management. How do you organize your drawings? And that's why it's important to have standards. And then we're going to have a different student go over each of these commands and explain it. So here it's an educational software. And we're going to go ahead here, close all these first interfaces. And we're going to go ahead and open under Architecture 172, we're going to open the project, the building information model. And then after this, we're going to start going into the different dimensions. This is the Green Idea Sandbox. This is a roof garden. And this has cross ventilation with cathedral ceiling, photovoltaic. And this is a wind tower. So you can be on the roof garden, go inside. It has a little bit of a storage area, and see who's coming and visit you and just direct them towards your entertainment area, the roof garden. It has a wet wall with all the plumbing in the middle here. So this house deals with water, land, air, and energy. Thank you. So let's start with the first one here, and let's have Michael. How do you manipulate it? How do you go around, and how do you look at the views? Thank you.
Alright, so I'm going to be doing view manipulation, and basically to get a better look at the views, like the different angles for your house. So this would be the front view, this would be the left view, this would be the back, and this would be the right. And you could also look under your house to get to look more into it. And you could also get a top view of your house, and that is view manipulation.
Do you know how to rotate? We go under the view command on the top.
This.
So another way, that's fantastic, Michael. Thank you so much. Great. So another way here, you go under the view command. And right here, you can use the orbit, the 3D orbit, and you can also rotate your house in this direction. Perfect. Next. And it's also here on the right. Thank you, Joe. All right. So, setting a scale and units. Martha. So in the meantime, that she comes. So these are all called your navigation commands. You can pan it around, you can rotate it, the orbit. And the beauty of AutoCAD, if you just press the icon, it tells you everything about that command. And if you need to know more, you go ahead and type here the command, and you can find more details. Okay, so Martha, show us.
Hello, my name is Marcela. And to change your units or scale onto your project to make it bigger or smaller, just press the menu button, which is the red A. You click it, you go to drawing utilities, and you select drawing setup. From there, you can change your inches into feet, millimeters, centimeters, decimeters, meters. For your architecture, you could go under, for type, you could go under scientific, decimal, engineering, architectural, fractal. Since this is an architecture class, we use our architectural type. These are your unit, the scale that you can use. For 1 foot equals a that's a 1/32 of an inch. For area type, you can change it to square inches, square feet, yards. Also, you could go here for your scale. This is where you actually change your units for your feet. We use our 1/8 equals a foot. Due to we have a bigger project, if you have a smaller project and you want to make it look bigger, you could use a 1 inch equals a foot.
So scale is dependent on you designing a city. 1/8 of an inch doesn't matter too much, but if you're designing a bathroom, you want probably even 1/32. Very
Yes.
good. Excellent. Great. Thanks. So these are all your drawing units. Very important. So when you guys be ready here, so we don't lose filming time. Martha, you should be right here, and then draw a line. And Joe be back here so you guys can be ready. So memorize the sequence. This is our script, so be ready. So Joe, Jerry, Jason. All right, so Martha is going to show us how. Just very simple. How do you draw a line, a circle, a square? So the first thing she's doing, you might want to go to the top view, right? Because we were on the, go to the top view. There you go.
Okay. So there is two ways to make it. You can do it like directly in the draw.
You go to home.
Okay, yeah. In home, we have these draw icons. So you have line, circle, rectangle. Use glitter. You can see it. Arc. And you just click on it, and then click again here, and then it tells you by radio how big do you want it, and then you just show here. Like
So
if
you want
want
to type it inside, what do you press on the keyboard? What did you press on the keyboard?
the like how big do you want it, the radio, if you want it 3 or 4 or 6 feet or inches or whatever how you want it. Or you can also make it by command. By circle SC, you just press the circle C in the command, and it tell you right here it's a circle, and you click enter, and then it's the same thing. Like if you do it here or here, with line is the same. By command is the command L is line, and it asks you how long do you want it. So the same, you click here if you want it 5, I don't know, or 6 or whatever. To escape of the line, when you press it, like you have to do escape, because if not keep going and going and going. And rectangle is the same thing, like every time it asks you in the command line, or you can just give the area dimensions or the rotation, how do you want to do it. That's
Very good. Perfect. And how do you delete all that?
Okay, you can just click on it and
So you
delete.
grab it all and you press on the keyboard.
delete. Yes.
Well, thank you, Martha. Clap. Okay, next, Joe.
Just going to start out because I believe this model already has certain dimensions on them, but just draw a quick wall for you. What I'm going to be showing you is how to dimension an area. I'm just drawing some exterior walls and some interior walls. There's two ways. There's what some may consider the old way, and then there's some that consider the new way. The first way I was going to show you is called the parametric way. What you would do is you click on the wall, and when you click on the wall object, the top ribbon is going to change. I can click on the two walls that I want to take measurements from. Now click on this icon up here. It's the dimension icon. I click on that, bring it to the side that I want to bring it on, and just click again. And it's going to automatically bring my dimensions to the side. Now, what the parametric mean is that every time I move a wall, the dimension is going to move with it also. The other way that you could dimension in AutoCAD, I forgot the correct term, but before AutoCAD became smart like it is now, the other way, no, the one before.
Oh, the traditional.
Yeah, traditional. What you would do, if I click on these two walls, excuse me, if I click on annotate and click on the AEC dimension interior or AEC dimension exterior. I click on these two walls. After I click on them, I press enter, and I could just bring in, the icon is going to change. I just bring it out according to the rule of thumb on the side of the wall that I want to measure, and it'll pop up like that. These are not locked in, so if I move the wall, the dimensions are not going to move with it. Oh, they are.
Sometimes it's attached to a wall, but in general, you have parametric and then you have the traditional. You can try that.
Yeah, here goes the traditional, excuse me. Click on annotate, and if you click on the linear, this is the traditional way, and I choose 2 points depending on the object snaps. And when I bring it out, it gives me the dimension of the walls or the area that I chose. Like what I was saying earlier, if I was to move this wall, even though I have the dimension on it, the dimension is not locked to the wall. So it will stay there as I move the wall. In order for me to move this, I would have to adjust this down to where the wall would be at, and that's how the dimension would change. Other than that, it will stay in its place no matter where I move the wall at, and that's the traditional way of doing dimensions. That's it.
Okay, next. You guys got the script.
Very good.
So we're gonna learn about viewport, model, and then how to create a sheet for
printing.
printing for a sheet.
All right, so this is model space, where this is real-time scale. So if a foot equals a foot, it's literally in lifetime. And paper space is where you could scale down. You could add a scale to, let's say, 1/4, and so you could be able to print it on a paper. So in order to do that, you would want a title block. So you would have to add another layout. So new layout from a template, and this one already comes with some. And there's some templates. I'm gonna use this one for an example. And here's your title block. You open it. Okay. And now you have your title block with your model inside. So now you could change the viewports by clicking the actual viewport. You can add multiple viewports by, you could delete this one. So now you go to, wait, where is it? You go to viewports, rectangular, and you could add up to 4.
On the command line?
On the command line, you could either type it in or just click it, and then draw out your square to limit the viewports. And now you have your all four views on one sheet, and you can start manipulating the views on each one. So, and then to save them as a sheet, you would go to your project navigator, and then let's say, this is just for an example, it's not correct. You want to, let's say you want to do electrical, you will right click. So, and then you would need to save this layout. So click on the save, right click, wait, this should be able to come out. Import current layout as a sheet.
Got it. So it could be some of the settings. We can figure it out. So once you have the sheet, you can import it to the project browser.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can work on that next semester.
Okay. So that's about it, or?
Okay, perfect. Thank
Okay.
you so much. Did you show them how to do layout at the bottom tabs? How to create
Oh,
tabs?
if these tabs aren't shown, To create a new layout, you would go to the menu, the big A, and then options, and then make sure the layout element display layout and model tabs is checked, because if it's not, you won't be able to see the layouts. As you seen, they disappeared. So that one needs to be checked, and then okay. So that's about it.
Beautiful, thank you.
I'm going to be showing the menu command and what was this called again? Tap. You can put a command through any of this. If you want to draw a line, like Martha said earlier, just do that.
By an icon?
Or not, if you want to do the command. You can also go here, type in L, and it'll pop out line. Press enter. Then you come back here, and you can just draw your line here. And then press exit once you're done with that. Now you can also put C, circle if you want to draw a circle. Press enter. And just same thing.
So what happens if you cross? So let's close that. Let's say by mistake, I do this all the time. I delete the command line, right? And this can take you hours and hours. How do I turn it on? So you go
to annotate. Go to.
I'm not looking at the annotate command. Maybe go view. And
here.
There you go. So that's how you can turn it on and off.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Jason.
Nice.
Next on the script, we're almost there. So Guadalupe, Ramon, and Ivan, can you guys be here? Eric and Jack. So I'm gonna do quickly properties because we don't really quick. Ramon was gonna talk about these. Well, the beauty of AutoCAD is that you click the circle here, right click, properties, and that's what makes the information of the building. Here you can see all the different information about that circle, the geometry, the visualization, how you can change the color. And to this circle, you can actually attach it to any type of database. Okay? So I skipped a little bit so we wouldn't. Next one, project browser.
Okay, so we're gonna work on our project browser. It's right here on the side, but I'm gonna bring it up again, and I'm gonna bring it up with a new, I guess, name. It's up here where it says project browser. It has a little A on it. You click on that, and then right here it says you have this file, but we're gonna create a new one. You go down here, it's a new project, and that one right here you could already add the project name or number. We're gonna say the green sandbox project, and press OK, and then we close that, and then right here on the side, project browser should come up right after this. There it is, and it has a green sandbox now. Now what you could do, you could go right here on architecture, you could go to plans, and you could right click on that, and then right here where it says new, you could add a new sheet. So you click on that, and you could add a sheet number, which normal for a floor plan would be A01, and then the sheet title will be floor plan. Okay, that should take you to your sheet right here, and like Jerry explained before, you could add your viewport, but what I'll explain here is how to explode it, so you could edit it, and you could put any type of captions, I guess. So you click on this right here, and you see it's one single line. So you go to your home, go to modify, and this icon right here, this is the explode. You click on that and it explodes all the lines. What that does now, it's all individualized. Like every line is individually, so you could get that line and move it up. You could get this right here and go to your properties on the side and change the name to that, whatever you want to call it. Client, I guess. Changes it to that. And that file was saved right here on the side, which already the professor has some other floor plans, all that. And yes, that's about it, I guess, creating.
Perfect, thank you. Very important, how to do project browser. So we go back and Ramon, you're gonna talk more about properties, and then Ivan, how to draw a wall. Sierra, can you be how to draw a window and a door, and Eric, how to do tags. All right. You started a new one here.
How we do the properties the architectural desktop. If I were to draw, say, a wall, if I were to draw a wall, I'll use the walls from the house. Okay, there we go. We got a wall. All right, we would right click and choose properties. So let's see. Okay.
Oh, it's not showing the properties.
Yeah.
I think I already showed the properties,
Okay.
Ramon. But yeah, technically you should be able to go draw a line.
Right on this one here. The circle.
And at the
Right
bottom.
click.
The reason is because
Properties. And the properties kind of defines the different
information.
different information about the item you're trying to create. And in that browser, you can change whatever information that is required for defining that item or in what you want.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Excellent. Thank you. Ivan, how do you draw a wall?
Okay, so let's say you're starting out a new project. You want to do something to draw a wall. It's pretty simple. Of course, you got to have an empty space. The way that I do it, which is the simplest way, up here on top, there's a little section. If you just leave it there for a few seconds, it'll tell you it's a wall. Click on that. There's two ways to determine the length of the wall that you want. You click it once and you just drag it along to however you want. You want to make it as straight as possible. You can always zoom in to the thing. You can either click it to as far as you want, or if you notice there's a blue highlighted portion on the measurement, you can always type in whatever height you want, length you want. In this case, I'm going to put 5 foot, let's say 6 inches. Type that in, you click enter, and it's going to automatically do it at that height. And then to escape, to look at your wall, you just hit escape and your wall's right there. You can always hit P on the command to pan and look at your wall directly. If you see, that's a 5 foot 6 inch wall. To add more walls, you can do it from the corners, which automatically does, or you can intersect it through the middle. It's optional, but I'll give you a brief example. You can do it from here. Let's say another 3 foot wall. Click 3 feet, and it's right there. Hit escape, and it's right there at an intersection. And that's how you make a wall. You can intersect them or make them throughout the whole house.
Beautiful, thank you. So how do you bring a door and a window? I think we talked a little bit about it, but you go to the build. And there you go, that's your doors. You click on the arrow, door. And here at the bottom it tells you select a wall. So you select the wall and you gotta click on the line. Perfect. And there you go. So you click again.
Oh wait.
Door, click on the line, and then I think you press enter. So you got a door, click on the wall, and then enter. Okay, so why it's not applying? What's happening? Sometimes if the wall is too small, okay, there it is, there it is. So click on the outside, but if there's not enough room, see if your wall is smaller than that. But I think you gotta move the cursor outside far away, and then click again, left button. There it is. The second one is kind of going crazy because you don't have enough wall. But that's basically how you enter a wall, enter a door or a window onto the wall, and you gotta make sure you have enough. And then what happened, the mouse needs to be far away from the wall. Otherwise it doesn't, it's not smart enough.
Yeah, your toolbar looks different than this one.
Yeah, toolbars look different based on the version, 12, 14, That's a window. So you don't have enough.
Yeah, without the door.
You will have to add, you will have to delete it.
Yeah.
So Joe, you wanna?
Just making it a longer wall so we can play with. There we go.
So then from here you would go to door. Click on the outside of the line. Figure out where you want to put it. So in this case I'll set it here. And then click enter once you have it where you want it. And then you can go to your window tab. Click on window. Find the wall that you want to place it on. Once you find it, then you click enter and you have it set there. You can also adjust the size of the window.
And that you're looking at the wall from the front view. You can click at the window and adjust the size. Okay, the edge. On one of the right or the left. Excellent, there. So yeah, AutoCAD is very picky where you click. So now you gotta go right click. Oh, there you go. So you can augment it. Just literally just dragging the arrow up or down. You can change the dimension. There you go. You're making it wider. Perfect. And you can see how under your properties, you see how you change it?
Mm-hmm.
You can change it under the properties, this width, the height. So you can change it manually on the window view, or you can actually change it under your properties. Okay? Excellent. Good job.
All right.
Okay, so next one, Eric, how do you do window tags? So there you have it. In the meantime, that they set up. Yes, question. Question.
Is it clicking the right? Can you put it back to the front?
Yes, you will probably have what is called auxiliary lines. So sometimes if you gotta do it 20 feet from the wall, you actually draw a line. Or many times you have a grid behind it, and then you stop it. So those are called reference lines. So then when you come with a window or you come with a door, you have reference lines.
So, yeah, and so since depending on your object snaps, I can snap it to that wall, to that line right there, and you just set up the lines just so you could line it up to exact location that you want it to be at. Then later on, you can always go in, highlight the line, and just delete it just like that. And they'll never know that you did it like that.
So to tag a window, you go to annotate, the tab annotate.
And basically, we're tagging a window because you're gonna.
Over here, this is a door tag. If you want to tag the doors, so you want me to tag the doors too?
Yeah.
Just either one.
All right. You press the first one. Then you see you have a little square. I press F3 to have the lock so I can put it precisely.
So F3 helps you do it precisely in the center of the wall.
And then you just click, and the number's gonna come out. As you see, like the number right here is number 1 because it's the first door. Just press OK, and there you go. You just tag the door right there. Press enter when you're done. You go to the one right here. It says window tag. Just click in the middle of the window and there. Move it a little bit out of the window so it don't be precise on top, so you can see actually the number real good. You click as again number 1 because it's the first window. Press OK, and there you go. And that's how you tag a window.
And you tag all of them, and then when you tag it, then you're going to the next command, the last one, and then we'll close this video. These are all the fundamental tools and commands you learned over 15 weeks. It was actually 7 weeks because the first 7 weeks we actually learned how to do it by hand. So these are the basic commands for you guys to generate a sheet of drawings for the Green Idea Sandbox. And last one. So how do you do? Very important to connect a window and a door to a table, because through this table you can actually do cost estimating. You can attach other types of information. So how do we do it, Jack?
So to finish up this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to schedule. And it's also under the annotate tab. And over here next to the tags, go to door schedule and simply highlight the door, press enter, and then it'll give you this purple line is where you want your schedule to be, and just drag, and there's your schedule.
And you zoom in so we can see it. So those are all called records. So each window, each door is going to be a record. And the vertical parts are called fields. So you can grab the mouse, drag it. There you go. And then you're going to have the manufacturer. You can have the guarantee. You can have the details. Look at this. So you can actually see what is called parametric driven design. Every time you change a window or a door, it will actually also change your door schedules. So thank you very much, and this concludes our basic commands. Great job. Our basic commands that we learn in Architecture 172. We're going to be having the same for Revit. Stay tuned. Thank you.